Welcome back, friends. It's Anders. Today, we are making Wassail, or Wassail. It's a very old drink, like hundreds of years old, and it's very popular around this time of year. There are so many different ways you can make this. It's essentially a hot punch that is communal and causes merriment. So I've come up with my own recipe, and I would love for you to try it. If you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button for more sips, tips, and recipes. And let's go make a mighty bowl of Wassail to the bar. Okay, so Wassail has a tremendous amount of history, and it is now associated with the Christmas holiday. However, it originally had nothing to do with Christmas at all. It was a pagan holiday. This was pre-Christian England, and this was the centerpiece of a winter festival. It was a communal drink that you would have out in an orchard. Everybody would drink this drink, and you would pour it on like the base of the fruit trees, and I think you make a lot of noise or you sing, and you ward off evil spirits. In doing so, you are ensuring that the next year you're gonna have a bountiful harvest. In fact, the word wassail comes from an Anglo-Saxon term, Waes Hael. I don't know how to say it, but it means good health. It's a toast. And stick around because I got something to say about toast too. This all comes back to wassail. In fact, I think that this still happens in parts of like Wales or Southern England. If you are from these areas and you celebrate, invite me. Anyway, what happened, this was going on for a long, long time. And then by the time the Victorian era came around, it became more associated with Christmas. And I think that this was kind of common practice, is that we're just gonna associate it and lump it in with Christmas. By that point, the festivities spilt, let's see what I'm doing here, spilt over the boundaries of the orchards and into the villages. The idea of wassailing soon became this concept of going around door to door, singing songs, being merry, and drinking this stuff called wassail, or wassail. That tradition later became known as caroling. So there's a lot more to say about it, but that's all I'm gonna say. I think we need to talk about what's in the bowl. What's in the bowl, Anders? There are so many different renditions of wassail that you look back at old recipes and it's made from ale. Others are cider, others are wine, sometimes mead. Some recipes called for little cakes or chunks of bread to be added to the bowl of wassail. And that is where we get the term to make a toast. You take your toast and you put it in the wassail, and then some lucky reveler would get that soppy, mushy bread, and they're the lucky winner. I am not putting toast in my wassail, but if you want to, you can. So, having learned all that, it was time for me to come up with my own recipe for wassail. So, now the booze. All right, so as far as the liquids, our base is going to be non-alcoholic apple cider or unfiltered apple juice to my non-US viewers. Last time I used apple cider, there was some confusion. We're also gonna need a dry sherry, Christmas ale, and apple brandy. This is a dry sherry. I'm using an Amontillado sherry because this is what I have on hand. I really like an Amontillado sherry, but if you wanna use an Oloroso sherry, that's also gonna be good. This offers a nice nutty flavor. Warm sherry is really good. The Christmas ale, I wanted to have an ale. A lot of those really old recipes used beer, and I wanted a dark ale. First, I was thinking maybe a nut brown ale, so if you have a favorite dark beer that you want to use, that's going to be great. The apple brandy, I like the straight apple brandy because it really bumps up that apple flavor, but you could also use cognac, you could use bourbon, you could use rum. I think you see where I'm going here. With that, we can talk about the dry ingredients. Mia? I'm sorry if my voice is doing weird things. I'm getting over a thing. What I need is a little wassail. Now, the spices we are gonna need. So I've got my plate here. I'm gonna show it to that camera. 4 sticks of cinnamon, 8 cloves, whole cloves, 8 allspice berries, 4 cardamom pods, and we're gonna want a little bit of ginger. I'm just gonna take a little bit, cut it up into 4 slices. We're also gonna want demerara sugar. You could use brown sugar. Brown sugar is cheaper. It's gonna dissolve easier. It's more readily available, but I really like demerara sugar. So either way, it's gonna be good. And then if you'd like, dried apples. These are just dried apples that I bought, but you can make these yourself. I was lazy. This is gonna be the garnish. We're gonna float this on top. All right, let's start cooking some booze. Let's build. Here we go. First things first, let's make a little spice pouch. You can just grab cheesecloth. The idea is we're gonna put the spices in here. We are going to infuse it into the liquid, and this just makes it easy to remove. So, into our little muslin bag, 8 allspice berries. Into the sack, same amount of cloves, whole cloves, 8. Now, the cardamom pods, we wanna crush these, just like crack them open so that all that flavor comes out. Between 2 spoons, you'll hear them crack. Drop it right in here, into the pouch. Our 4 cinnamon sticks, I'm just gonna break in half just to fit into my spice pouch easier. And now the ginger, I'm going to cut off a little piece. I'm gonna do 4 slices. 1, 2, 3, 4, right in there as well. Seal it up, just like tying up your beautiful presents. Tie up this spice pouch so that none of the spices escape. So let's put this all together. First, let's start with our apple juice / non-alcoholic cider, apple cider. This is 3 cups right into the pot. We can turn on the heat. We want this pretty low. We're gonna get this warm, but not boiling. And then we can add our little spice mix here. Just drop them right in. There we go. Now we can add in some sherry. I'm going 2 cups of the dry sherry, and this recipe is very scalable. Dump that right in. Then I'm going to do 1 cup of the Christmas ale. Here we are. Pour that in there. And then add half a cup of the Demerara sugar. Gonna give that a stir to combine. So now we just slowly bring it up to temperature. We're gonna want this just about at a simmer, not boiling, and we are going to hold it there for about, I'd say 20 to 25 minutes, just to get all of the spices infused into the beverage. So now we can, I guess, just kind of fast forward. All right, once this does get up to temperature, I'm gonna put a lid on it. Cooking this for 20 minutes, we are gonna lose some alcohol, but that's okay. We are gonna be adding alcohol back in toward the end. We're just gonna let this slowly steep. We just have to be patient, keep an eye on it. Okay, time has passed. Now we can add in a little bit more apple flavor with our straight apple brandy. I'm going to add 4 ounces, or half a cup, if you're using cup measurements. 4 ounces. Give that a stir. I'm gonna kill the heat. Now we can take out the spices. You can temper your cups, get them nice and warm, ladle it into our cups. It smells really good. For a garnish, I am dropping in these dried apple slices right on top. They want to float. That's pretty. There. And there we have Wassail. Oz?
Oh, thank you.
I give you my homemade Wassail.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. What do you think?
I think that's delicious. This is very comforting.
I love it. I like the addition of the dark ale, and you definitely get apple. It's very cozy.
It tastes of delicious baking spices.
There you have it, Wassail. Hope you try it. Let me know what you think. Thank you for watching. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. See you next time. Cheers.
Cheers.